I'm Ayan Acharya and I am joined by my colleague Dhruva Prasad. We are coming to you minutes after stumps on day one of the fifth test between India and England from the Edgbaston cricket ground in Birmingham. First up, a quick recap of the day's play. England won the toss and decided to bowl first in cloudy conditions. The call, of course, was vindicated by the veteran Jimmy Anderson and Matthew Potts, who helped reduce India to 5 for 98 before a brilliant rearguard double hundred stand between Rishabh Pant and Ravindra Jadeja helped India recover to a point where the visitors are now 7 down for 338 going into day 2. Rishabh Pant made 146 and Jadeja is unbeaten on 83 and has Mohammad Shami for company. Dhruva, your opening thoughts on how the day's play panned out?
Yeah, actually this has been England's problem of late. This is the fifth 100 plus, fifth or sixth wicket stand against England. Darryl Mitchell and Tom Blundell had fifth and sixth wicket partnerships of 195, 236, 120, 113, and this again was a six wicket partnership for 222. So that's something England will have to get fixed because yeah, I mean they are getting the top order wickets, but somehow the tail is wagging, and that's something that they used to do against oppositions, but now that's something that's coming back to bite them. Obviously, Pant's innings was absolutely brilliant, and that's something. This was his first 100 at number 5. So he has previously scored hundreds at 6 and 7, and he actually averages the highest at number 5.
Right.
So that's maybe something that could be explored. Maybe Pant moving up the batting order, and also the way he accelerated. I mean, he obviously started off like he got his 50 or 51 balls, but then the next 93 runs came in 60 balls. So that's something that we see that he maybe takes a bit of time to get in, but then he shifts gear very easily.
Absolutely.
And maybe that's something that could be like that. That's one of the reasons why maybe he is also not clicked as a T20 batter.
Absolutely. Well, that's for that debate is for another day, of course. But Rishabh Pant, this was his 5th Test 100. Now he's a man for all conditions, and why do I say that? Because those 5 Test 100s have come in different conditions: Oval, Birmingham, Sydney, Ahmedabad and Johannesburg, and against very good bowling attacks. I mean, this England attack in those conditions, not easy. This morning was tailor-made for someone like Anderson. Of course, you could say that the conditions eased out a bit as the day progressed, but by and large, all credit to Pant. And while we are at it, let's not forget about Ravindra Jadeja, whose development as a batter has been phenomenal for him individually and for the test team as well. I mean, the kind of depth that this man lends to the batting order with the way he's batting is something that has been truly instrumental in making the Indian test team as formidable as it is right now. He's not done yet. He's 17 shy of 100, and with the way England's shoulders have dropped at the moment, looks like he will get those remaining 17 runs rather quickly on day 2. Speaking of quickly, one striking feature of India's batting today, of course, was its scoring rate. The first session, given the fact that they lost 5 wickets, of course, they were scoring at about 2.12 runs and over. But the same scoring rate skyrocketed to above 5 runs and over in the second and the third sessions respectively, largely due to, of course, Rishabh Pant and Ravindra Jadeja, which speaks volumes about India's brand of test cricket as well, and Rishabh Pant's brand of test cricket, because here is a guy who plays fearless cricket but is also mindful of the responsibility that he carries, and that has been the biggest improvement in him. Before we wrap up, a quick lowdown on the playing 11 of both the teams. Dhruva, both sides have gone in with 4 pacers. We don't see Ravichandran Ashwin again. This entire test series, Ashwin didn't feature in the playing 11. Clearly a strategic move from India?
Yeah, India definitely seems to have followed the template they followed in the first 4 test matches of the series. Not picking Ashwin, going with Shardul, and that seems, despite the change of guard in a new captain and a new coach, India has still gone on with that template. So I think that's something that they are looking forward to in overseas tours maybe.
Right, absolutely.
And also, yeah, obviously Shardul definitely not like tends to contribute more with the bat, so I think that's also a factor in overseas tests.
Yeah, what will also be interesting, just quick addition before we wrap up, what will be interesting to see is how the pitch plays out, because people were expecting the wicket to have a lot more bounce and seed movement. In the first session, of course, there was a bit of movement of the pitch, but not much swing. The sun coming out, there was not much carry through to the keeper as well, so the pitch seems to be slightly on the slower side, so the Indian paces will keep an eye on that too. There's not much on offer for the spinners, obviously it's still day one, but Jadeja could be handy with his acumen.
Yeah, remember Jack Leach took 10 wickets in the last match.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
In England.
So India would believe whatever Jack Leach can do, Jadeja hopefully can do better. So yeah, tantalizing day 2 awaits. Both teams will be back with more analysis of the same. But this will be all from our side for now. This is Ayan Acharya with Dhruva Prasad signing off. Thank you so much.